So Hannah, aromachemicals that can be used as the backbone of a composition, not the usual suspects like isoe, super and hedio. So these are materials technically called materials of low slope of psychophysical function. These are the things which have superpowers. They don't tend to smell that strong, but they add longevity, they add well, they just make things larger. They make them smell like perfume. They actually work on the brain to extend and amplify almost what's going on in your actual nose. So interesting materials. I call them clouds because they're sort of nebulous, the low slope materials. They're like the rice and the pasta of food. You can put lots in and it doesn't spoil the flavour. It doesn't ruin what you're doing. It just makes it last longer. Unlike salt, which is high slope of psychophysical function, put accidentally too much in, ruined, gone. So, like what, for example? Well, dreamwood. Not from the dream tree. It's a synthetic sandalwood. We can get dreamwood base because dreamwood itself is still captive at time of talking. Karma wood, so not from the karma tree. This is a woody amber. You don't need much of it because it's quite powerful. I use that. There's a raspberry. So raspberry ketone, but that's restricted because it's a skin lightener. I name this one raspberry butanone. It's raspberry something butanone, which I can put in the comments. But this is a liquid rather than a powder, and this will it'll make any kind of fruity or floral fragrance a little bit larger. Fructolate I also use for that reason. Looking at the collection here, yeah, cedramber. Cedramber I think is a real goodie. Another woody amber, quite soft, but also like quite expansive, and also does seem to turn on bits of the brain that it makes people think you put spices in there and incense in there, things which you haven't added, but they seem to appear as if by magic. Vanillin, you probably thought of that one, but there are some interesting background materials which are low slope of psychophysical function, so you can add quite a lot and they open up your fragrance, they give it the superpowers, they help it last longer, they help it spread further. And so some of those are my favourites.